Hello, it's JeanetteJBeauty and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you how I trim my hair more in depth. I know I do have a couple videos on this process already, but I've been requested by many to make another trimming video, so I decided that I would do so, but more detailed. When I trim my hair, I always trim on dirty hair, so this is a week-old twist out. I just find that my results come out a lot better. Next, I'm going to divide my hair in quadrants and I'm making sure that they are pretty even. And I do spray water on my hair just to help damp the tangle to get this process going a lot easier. And I'm just using a wide tooth comb to help me part my hair. I go back and forth between a wide tooth comb and this rat tail comb by Evolve to part my hair. I just find that my rat tail comb helps me get my parts nice and precise. When I'm parting my hair, I'm just making sure that the parts are nice and clean and pretty much perfect, because when I trim and shape my hair, I love a nice heart shape, so I do need my parts to be nice and balanced and clean just so that the overall cut comes out really good. And now that I have my 4 sections, I'm going to part a smaller subsection about an inch thick. I really want to concentrate on the overall health of my hair and get rid of all the damage that is needed. To cut my hair, I'm going to be using these precision shears. These are very sharp and I would highly recommend to use sharp shears so that you could cut your hair fairly easily and you're not going back and forth with your hair. That can cause a lot of friction and breakage. The whole point of trimming your hair is getting rid of all that breakage and damage and just really helping to balance your hair out so it's nice and even. So you want to make sure that you start off on a good foot. Now that I have this small subsection of hair, I'm going to show you a close-up of how it looks, and it doesn't look good at all, and this is how much hair needs to go. The ends feel jagged and rough, and this is a clear indicator of what needs to go. So run your fingers down the length of your hair and feel towards the ends. When they start feeling raggedy, jagged, tough, brittle, this is a clear indicator of what needs to go. So it could be an inch, it could be more, it could be less, but this is a clear sign of how much hair needs to be cut. After I cut this subsection of hair, I like to pull it taut all in one section, and any hair that's overlapping or still looks jagged, that is going to be cut as well. And after I cut this subsection of hair about an inch and a half, it feels so much better. When I run my fingers through, I don't feel that friction, and also I'm able to glide the wide tooth comb through with ease. So this is very good. I'm going to continue this process all over my hair, and I am going to show you a few close-ups. And just to reiterate, for the purpose of a more detailed in-depth tutorial on trimming my hair, I am going to part my hair in smaller subsections, and then I'm going to make sure that I take smaller subsections within those subsections of hair, and I'm going to feel down the length of my hair. So if I feel any brittleness, jaggedness, that friction, my hair just feels rough, it needs to go. So I am going to trim that. Typically it's about an inch to 2 inches of hair. That's how much I know needs to be cut. I just want my hair to be very healthy after I trim it, and also be very smooth, especially at the ends. Anytime that you notice that your ends are feeling jagged, your hair is getting more tangled, there's just friction at the ends, that's how you know you need a trim. And also I am going to pull the subsection of hair taut, and I'm going to trim my hair just to make sure it's even towards the bottom. I gather my hair going back, and then I just pull it to the side diagonally, and then I trim any hair that's overlapping or that's not even with the ends. I want to make sure that I have a nice clean cut at the ends, and then I'm going to just twist my hair and clip it out of the way. And also when I'm twisting my hair, any hair at the bottom that's just not even, I'm going to also trim that, just so my hair, it just has a nice balance. And now for the close-up. This subsection of hair has not been cut at all, but you could really see how much hair needs to go, because towards the end, I'm not able to run the wide tooth comb through with ease like I should. And also the ends, they just feel brittle, they feel jagged, and they just don't feel good. So this is how I know where to cut, because at least the section that feels really jagged and brittle needs to come off. So it could be an inch to 2 inches in my case. And when I cut my hair, I'm making sure that the subsection is pulled taut, just so I have a more even cut. And I readjust my hair because sometimes there's like 2 or 3 strands of hair that need to be cut. And right after, I feel the difference. My hair just feels so much healthier at the ends. And this is exactly what you should feel after you trimmed your hair. And again, I'm gonna cut my hair, just making sure that I have a nice clean cut. I'm gonna readjust my hair and cut those few strands that need to be cut as well. And you can instantly see how much better the hair looks after that damage has been cut off. And here's how the ends of my hair looked after that first trim in the subsection. And I'm going to do another cut. I regathered my hair and you could see how there's some hair that's overlapping. I just really want to make sure that this subsection of hair is nice and even, like so. And after I'm satisfied with the way the ends of my hair look and feel, I'm going to twist my hair, and again, I'm going to cut this little section of hair off. So you see how it just needs a little bit more of a cut? I'm going to trim that off as well, and here's how it looks. I continue this process until all of my hair in this quadrant has been twisted. And I'm gonna clip my hair up and continue on to the next quadrant. And right here in the front quadrant, I parted my hair in a small subsection because I had to cut a lot of hair off due to friction being caused. And even though I just cut a lot of hair off in the front, I'm not going to cut more off just to help balance this, or I'm not gonna cut my hair shorter overall. I'll just have a shorter piece on the side. I'll let you watch me continue to cut my hair because it's pretty self-explanatory at this point. And after I've gone through the preliminary cut, because I do like to cut my hair 3 times around when I do trim it, I'm going to go back to the back 2 quadrants and just unravel the twist because I want to create symmetry this time around. And I love the way my hair looked and felt. Now for the second time around, I'm going to make 2 small subsections of hair on either side, and I'm trying to make sure that they're pretty even so when I do pull them together, my hair is nice and balanced. And when I'm comparing both ends together, you could definitely see one side is longer than the other. So this time around, I'm really comparing left side to right side and just making sure that both sides are nice and even by comparing them right in the middle of my face. And of course, I'm gonna cut whatever side is longer so that both sides match and that they're nice and even. And even though both sides look pretty even, the left side is definitely shorter. So I'm just going to make sure that the right side balances out to the left side so that both subsections of hair are nice and even. And I'm going to continue comparing left side and right side all the way to the front of my hair. After completing the second round of cutting my hair, I'm on to the last step. So now I'm just ensuring that my hair is nice and smooth and tangle free by running a wide tooth comb through it. And I'm going to part my hair in quadrants again because this last step I really want to focus on one quadrant at a time. And once I have my quadrants established, I'm going to again comb my hair with the wide tooth comb, just creating this nice shape, and I'm going to cut any hair around that falls out of this shape. So it's almost like an invisible line that I could see. I just really want to keep this shape, so I'm just cutting any hair that goes outside of this line, and I'm also going to grab the hair that meets in the middle from the back section and the front section and just create a nice shape so my hair blends together and it's not choppy. I really want all of my hair to flow, so I'm going to continue to cut my hair so it goes in this shape. So any hair outside of this round shape, I am going to cut. And I hope the diagram I just showed helps a lot. Instead of cutting my hair at a straight angle, I just make sure that it's nice and curved around a little bit. I just want a really nice line that blends together. So any hair that goes outside of this line, it's like an imaginary line, I'm going to cut. And for the last round, I'm just going to make a rectangular shape right in the middle of my hair and just make sure that this section is nice and even. And I balanced my hair again on opposite subsections of hair just to make sure that they're nice and even. After I finish balancing my hair overall, I'm all done, and I just love the way that my hair looks and feels after a fresh trim. It's just so much healthier, it looks a lot better. And after I trimmed my hair, I did wash my hair, and I'll link that wash day right above. But this is how my hair looks after I trim my hair. I really hope that you grasp my concept and understand what I did. And also, if you liked this tutorial, please give me a like, make sure that you're subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video.